Hi everybody, this is Copy. How y'all doing? Okay, one of the first things, get this sound turned down so we don't hear all that noise. All right. Yeah, today, Copy with Coffee. Oh yeah, got a little coffee. Anyhow, how's everybody doing? Hope you had a great week. I'm on live right now just to talk about some things about air conditioning and garage door opener repairmen when they come out to your home to check out your unit. Well, they usually charge you a flat rate price of what, like 80 some bucks or $100 now. Air conditioner guys come out to look at your air conditioner. Before they come out, you need to do some looking at that thing yourself before they actually come out, okay? Because some of those guys are really bad. I'm going to share a little incident that happened to somebody I know with the air conditioner. The person called them up, had them come out to the house. The repairman got there. I was actually there when he got there. And he opened up the unit, started looking at it. Then he went out to the fuse box and he messed around with the fuse box for a while. And then he came back and pulled the fuse beside the thing, checked them, and they were okay, put them back in. Then he checked the capacitors, and then he checked some other stuff, and him haul around looking at stuff like, Then he tells the person, he goes, oh, it's your compressor, it's going out, it's really, really bad shape. See, the voltage is low and stuff, and it's going to go out. It's probably only going to last a month or two. You need a whole new unit. Well, the unit's only 12 years old, okay? And I'm thinking, that guy's full of crap, up to his eyeballs. And then he says, yeah, this one wouldn't be worth fixing and stuff because it also has the old gas in it. And I knew he's lying there because the unit's only 12 years old, and those units don't have the old gas. They have the new gas in them. So he goes, let's go in and look at the books and see how much a new unit would cost for your home. He's looking at that, and then he's telling us how he's building this big house and stuff, and all this stuff. And then he finally looks it up, and he says, well, about the cheapest we could do this for is $7,000, and it'd be a pretty good unit, and it'd upgrade you from the one you got. Well, person's sitting there and says, well, she said she's got to sell her house because she can't afford a new unit. And I just like, get out of here. I'm waiting for him to leave. As soon as he left, I turned the air conditioning unit on. I went back out there. I hear it's buzzing a little bit, humming, making a little noise. I get a stick. I reach down in and spin the fan. Just give the fan a little spin. Starts right up, and we cool the house down. I go, that guy's the biggest liar I've ever seen. I go, there's a real simple way to test things I told the person, before you ever call anybody out to look at your unit or garage door, let me look at it first, because these guys are telling a bunch of malarkey when they come out to people's homes. So it's running. We cool the house down, get online. I says, we're going to order capacitors for your air conditioner. There's 2 of them on your unit. So we get the numbers off the capacitors. We go online and we order 2 capacitors. One was $15. The other one was $20. That's right. One's $15 and the other one was $20. There's 2 capacitors on per unit. So we get the units, capacitors in a few days. It was about 3 days we got it. We bought them off of eBay. I put the capacitors in there, turn the air conditioner on, working like a dream. 6 months, 4 months, he said, the compressor was going to blow out of it. And she had to pay him $84 for the service call that day too. And turned it on, and it's purring like a kid. Well, it's been 4 years now. It's still purring like a kitten, and no compressor blew up on it. Okay. It was the capacitors. 99% of the time is the capacitors on the unit that go out. They're not hard to change, but you can get hurt by them because they store voltage inside. And if you cross the wires or something, they can shock you. But there's plenty of videos on YouTube to check out how to change the capacitor on your air conditioning. Or if you can't do it yourself, find somebody that has knowledge of it and have them change the capacitors, especially if your unit's making a buzzing noise or any kind of noise like that, because you can take a little dowel, stick down in there, flick the fan, and if it starts up, it's capacitors. I don't care what they say. It's not a compressor, because if a compressor is going out on your unit, your air conditioning costs will go higher and higher. So your electrical bill will get higher and higher and higher. And that's one way of knowing the compressor is going out. Okay. But this clown came out to her house too. He loosened up the wires in the box, so it looked like less voltage down to the air conditioner. Because I took off the panel of the box, and you shouldn't do this unless you know a lot about electricity or you have somebody that knows that could do this for you. I took off the panel and I checked the main wires, the 220 wires going into the switch that goes to the air conditioner, and both sides were loosened up. The ground was loosened up and both 220s were loosened up. So there was 4 wires that had been loosened up. So it wasn't making a good connection. I retightened all of those up too. So you really got to watch these air conditioning guys and garage door guys. Okay. I'll talk about the garage door here in a second. But the capacitor itself and all that stuff was like taken down. I'm going to check this other screen out over here real fast. And the thing is, when you change the capacitors, it's just like, it's going to work really well. It's not going to like, a compressor will be making a lot of noise and stuff when it goes out too usually. But usually capacitor just making humming noise or no noise at all sometimes, just dead quiet. But these guys are just real characters. They love to go around ripping people off. They tell them a big story, take your money and leave. Took her $84, didn't do nothing for her, didn't fix the unit. I even asked him about the capacitors and he said, oh, they're okay. It's like, okay, guy. I could hardly wait for him to leave so I could tell her not to worry, that we could fix this problem right away. And boom, we fixed it. And it's been running for 4 years. And same thing with the garage door opener. Almost every garage door opener, well, I imagine every one of them they have capacitors inside. And the door sometimes will get where it won't go up anymore, and it'll stop and go down and go up and down and stop, up and down and stop. Well, had a repair guy come out to the house and on the garage door. The guy said, oh, I never heard of a Genie garage door opener. This guy's been working on garage doors for 40 years, and he never heard of the Genie garage door opener. I'm just thinking, boy, there's something wrong with this guy. And he goes, well, he dinked around with the adjustments for the door, how hard it closes, you know, and how far back it goes when it goes up. He goes, well, I think you just need a new unit. That one's kind of small and you just need a new unit. So I was like, get out of here, you know, get out of here. Another thing, I popped off the cover and was looking at it because I seen the capacitor when he had the cover off. I said, these things got capacitors too. Go online, I buy the capacitor. It only costs $10 for the capacitor for the garage door. $10. And other people would pay $200 or $300 and replace the whole unit. $10. Got the capacitor, 2 wires, unplug them, plug the new one on, boom, the door's working again. Fine. Didn't need no new garage door opener. Just another liar, another guy. He didn't even know what a Genie garage door is and he hasn't seen one, he's been working on them for 40 years, give me a break. Yeah, these guys will say anything to you to rip you off or to make you buy something you don't need, especially air conditioning guys. They are the biggest crooks. I don't care how honest they say their company is and stuff. They are crooks, you know? They're totally crooks. You have to watch them. You need this knowledge I just gave you. Everybody needs to know this knowledge because they'll rip you off. They'll rip you off. They act like they're testing stuff and act like they really know the stuff. They know what they're doing all right. They're just going to tell you it doesn't work and sell you a new unit because they make more money on the new unit. Capacitor, oh, $20. I ain't going to make too much money on it. 150 to put it in, $20. That's another thing they do too when they do it. Don't cost no $150 to put one in. It's like going to the dentist and getting a crown made or something. Have you ever looked up how much a crown and the materials cost for a crown and stuff? You can look it up right online. You can look up the stuff they make the crowns out of. You can look up the stuff they put the root canal, when they do a root canal stuff. You can see how much all that stuff costs. And that's one of the biggest rip-offs in America, is going to a dentist's office and having them do something for you. They're crooks. It's like garage door opening people, air conditioning people, and dentists are all crooks. They overcharge everybody bunches of money for nothing that costs hardly anything. This is disgusting what's going on. Now it's hard to get around the dentist unless you take a trip right down there to California and go right down on the border down there. And there's really a lot of good dentists right there and you can get the same thing done. Okay. I know a guy that went down there. He had real bad teeth. He went down there. He got implants and everything done on his mouth and stuff and came back up here. And he paid less than $1,000 done to fix all of his teeth. And then I told the dentist I was going to, and he goes, oh, he's going to wish he never did that. Acting like all the dentists in Mexico are crooks. Yeah, some of them are down farther. But if you go right to the border where California is and go right across the border, there's all kinds of doctors. There's all kinds of dentists. Same with Nogales, all those border towns. If you just go into Mexico right there, there's usually a ton of doctors, dentists, and all kinds of stuff, and good ones. They're not bad like everybody tries to make them out to be. And you will save thousands of dollars because the American Dentist Association overcharges everybody for everything they do. Yeah, that's for sure. And not much you can do about that one, but air conditioning and garage door openers, you can do something about that. You can save yourself a lot of money because the garage door opener motor and stuff, electric motor, hardly ever wears out. I mean, I've seen those things 30, 40 years old still working. All you have to do most of the time when they do stop is change the capacitor. Capacitor is only like $20. Why would you want to spend another $200, $300 for another garage opener to put it on when it's only a $20 part? I'm no thinker, okay? If a regular man can usually put them in themselves, you know, you can look on YouTube and put it in, and ladies can even put them in. They're simple to put in. You just have to be careful because you can get shocked, really shocked bad by them if they still have a charge in them. But you can decharge them by using a screwdriver, putting it across the negative and the positive and touching it across, but you got to make sure you're hanging onto the handle, not touching any metal. It can decharge them after you take the wires off of them. And then take the old one out, put the new one in, put the wires back on, and boom, it's working again. And 99% of the time, it will fix the air conditioner, and 99% of the time, it will fix the garage door. So if you ever have a repairman come out, it's best to check it before somebody else that knows how to do what I'm telling you about. Because if that repairman comes out and says it's a bad compressor or stuff and it's not making no noise and your electric bill isn't any higher, don't believe them. Do not believe them at all. Because when that compressor starts going out, your electric bill goes higher and higher and higher and higher. And then one day the air conditioner totally quits. But your bill will get higher and higher. Because it happened to me before on a 30-year-old unit down in Scottsdale on a house I had. It was over 30 years old because the guy that lived there before always changed his capacitors all the time. And they, oh, the air conditioners don't last very long in Arizona. No, the capacitors don't last very long. And most of the time you just have to change the capacitors. So they like to use that for a big excuse that, oh, they don't last. They always want to upgrade you to a newer one that uses less electricity, but the units cost a lot of money. So don't listen to them. Because in the house down there, when the air conditioner did go out, the utility bills, this is back in 2000, utility bills were only about $150 a month. And when the compressor was going out in the hot time, the utility bill got up to $300 a month. And that's because the compressor wasn't working like it should be. And it was using a lot more electricity to make the compressor run because it's getting hard to move. So just don't listen to these guys when they come to your house. If you don't have a high utility bill and stuff, I doubt very much if it's your compressor. I'd bet anything on putting new capacitors in and see if that takes care of the problem, because 90% of the time, like I say, it takes care of the problem. So I hope this helps everybody out there, because I'm tired of seeing people get ripped off. Tired of seeing people getting ripped off in this country. And I'm tired of these people ripping people off. So I hope this information gets out there to other people so they know this. And make sure you check it out on YouTube, because there's plenty of videos. Because I was going to make a video of it, but then I thought, no, there's plenty of good videos out there guys already made about putting in new capacitors. And just, check it out. See if I'm right or not. It's not that hard to put in. It really isn't. Almost anybody can put one in. You just have to make sure the electricity is turned off when you do it. And you have to make sure you cross them so there's no electricity in them before you start messing with them, because they can hurt you, and they can hurt you pretty bad. And if you're unsure of any of that, just let somebody else do it that has done it before, that or something. But have that done first, because if it's not making no noise, thumping noise, knocking noise, if your utility bill isn't high, for sure. If your utility bill is not higher than what it normally is, don't believe them. Put in the capacitors first and see what happens. Because 99% of the time, that's what it is. And also the air conditioning people and stuff, they'll try to tell you it's not that, because they usually last a long time. But it's not true. They wear out. And coffee's almost gone. That's about it, I think, for today. Hopefully I helped some people out with some good information about air conditioners and garage door openers. And thanks for watching. I'm messing around with a new camera I got, trying to get it so I can do live stream with it, because it's a lot better quality, but it's sitting right here beside me. But I haven't been able to get it to work yet. But hopefully next time I'll have it up and running when I do one of these. And hope you check out my videos and check out my other videos and enjoy my videos. And I don't know, I'm running out of things to say today. Anyhow, God bless, and this is Cobby out. Until next time, talk to you later. Take it out with some music. Till next time, take it easy.